Hello and welcome to Bottom Line. This evening we are going to discuss again Tamil Nadu, where everything is happening. Here is a question tonight that cuts to the heart of India's most consequential political silence right now. Annamalai, the man the BJP spent 4 years projecting as the most credible face in Tamil Nadu. He has submitted his resignation from the party. The letter has been received. The central leadership knows what it says. He met all the BJP leaders, including Home Minister Amit Shah and the party president. Tamil Nadu BJP President En Mann En Makkal has publicly distanced himself from it. And as of today, when I am recording it, June 4, 2026, Annamalai's own X-profile still reads BJP Karyakarta. No public statement about his resignation, no press conference by anybody. It happened till now. No acknowledgement from the top, just silence from both the party and the man himself in Indian politics. He's celebrating his birthday at home. Silence is never empty. It is always a message, and the message of this particular silence from the party that celebrated Annamalai's padayatra with the Prime Minister's presence and then removed him to accommodate an AIADMK alliance is louder than any resignation letter could have ever be. Whether the resignation is formally accepted or not, the rupture is real. And the rupture tells you everything you need to know about why the BJP has never been able to build a durable political home in South Indian state. What was being built to understand what hangs in the balance? You must first understand what Annamalai actually represented. Not to the BJP's Delhi command, which is called the High Command, or whatever you want to call it, but to the political landscape of Tamil Nadu itself. He was not a product of the usual political machinery. He was an IPS officer, Karnataka cadre, who had seen the state from inside and chose to walk away from a guaranteed career where he could have become the Director General of Police. His instinct was not even originally the BJP. He had briefly considered Rajnikant's political venture. When the door closed on him, he came to the Saffron Party in 2020 with a specific conviction that Tamil Nadu could be approached on merit, on governance, on a politics that did not depend on either the DMK or AIADMK ecosystem. What he built in 4 years was genuinely unprecedented for the BJP in Tamil Nadu. The 200-day padayatra, En Mann En Makkal, that traversed all the 34 constituencies, was not a public exercise, not a publicity exercise. It was a physical, ground-level attempt to make the BJP visible in a state that had treated it as an outsider for the past 3 decades. Amit Shah inaugurated the padayatra. The Prime Minister itself came to close it in February 2024. The party's investment in Annamalai, in public at least, appeared total. The electoral results from that investment were measurable and significant. In 2019 Lok Sabha election, the BJP polled 3.62% of the vote in Tamil Nadu. By 2024, under Annamalai's director stewardship, that figure had climbed to 11.38%, and near trebling of the party's base in a single cycle. No BJP leader in any southern state had produced comparable organic growth in that time frame. But here is where the story turns. Vote without seats mean nothing in first past the post system. Despite the surge, BJP won 0 Lok Sabha seats from Tamil Nadu in 2024. And this is when the central leadership made its decisive choice. A choice that Annamalai's resignation letter reportedly describes as a systematic dismantling of everything he had built. Rather than holding the independent BJP identity he had cultivated, Delhi High Command reached for the AIADMK alliance once again. The price was Annamalai himself. In April 2025, he was removed as the Tamil Nadu BJP president, replaced by En Mann En Makkal, a former AIADMK minister. Annamalai was given no role in 2026 assembly election. He was kept out. He did not contest. The padayatra, the rally, the 4 years of on-ground credibility, all of it was effectively parked on the side to be replaced by a coalition partners network and a borrowed political identity. 2026 Tamil Nadu Assembly results delivered the verdict. BJP won just one seat in a 234-member house. despite the AIADMK alliance, despite full national party support, despite everything, when those results came in, Annamalai reportedly submitted a detailed post-election report to the BJP central leadership. That report, by all accounts, was an unflinching analysis of precisely what the alliance's strategy has cost the party. Shortly after, the resignation followed. So what is the diagnosis? Three presidents, perpetual reset, now step back from Annamalai as an individual and look at the structural pattern, because this is where the BJP's real problem lies. The party has three Tamil Nadu state presidents in 6 years. L. Murugan, a sharp, articulate barrister, was appointed, built some initial visibility, and was then extracted to Rajya Sabha the moment he became nationally deployable. Annamalai, the party's most successful organic builder in the state, was removed to accommodate a coalition ally. Nagendran, a former minister from the very party that BJP had spent years positioning itself against, was installed as a gesture alliance management. Three presidents, three entirely different visions, zero continuity. The BJP in Tamil Nadu never builds, it perpetually rebuilds. Every time the leader begins to develop roots, the central government either extracts him from national use or subordinates him to coalition generosity or geometry. And now, as the party sits with one assembly seat and a resignation letter it hasn't formally processed, the consequences of that pattern are impossible to ignore. The silence from Delhi itself is instructive. The party has not accepted the letter, it has not rejected it. Some reports suggest it is still hoping Annamalai will reconsider. Sources close to him say he is firm to float his own outfit. This the BJP is trying to manage through inaction a crisis that was created by precisely the same instinct for management over trust. There is a counter-argument that must be taken seriously. Annamalai's critics within the party, and they are very few of course, point to his rhetorical aggression as a structural liability. His attacks on the Romanian political icons, his IPS officer bluntness, his willingness to wage simultaneous battle on multiple fronts, these did not play well across the full breadth of Tamil Nadu's electorate. His Kongu Velala base in western Tamil Nadu was solid, but very limited. The Romanian secular identity runs too deep in the coastal and urban Tamil Nadu for a confrontational outsider politics to break through in one election cycle. It's a fair critic. Annamalai was not a finished product. He had a ceiling, and that ceiling was real. But the critic misses the fundamental point: political leaders require time, institutional support, and the freedom to evolve. Annamalai was 4 years into what was always going to be a decade-long project. Comparable in scope to what the BJP built in states like Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal, Odisha over 15 to 20 years. What he needed was continuity of mandate and central backing. What he received was his state strategy publicly undermined, his alliances publicly contradicted, his entire political framework discarded the moment it became inconvenient for the national coalition arithmetic. The party celebrated his padayatra, but needed the optics, brought the Prime Minister too close to it, and this dismantled approach meant it needed for the sake of a compromise or an opportunistic alliance with the ADMK. That is not a strategic correction. That is an institutional breach of trust, and if the resignation letter stands, it is because Annamalai has concluded that the party will repeat his pattern indefinitely. Now the question is whether Delhi accepts his resignation, sits on it, attempts as a last reconciliation in coming years. The political reality is already established. Annamalai's credibility as the BJP's Tamil Nadu face has been exhausted, blunted, not by the voters, but by the party's high command itself. Annamalai is 42 years old only. Time is on his side. He has decades of political life ahead of him. If he does formalize his exit, his next move, whether regional formation, an independent platform, or something else entirely, will be watched with enormous interest by every political actor in South India. For the BJP, The question is no longer about one election or one leader. It is about whether a centralized national party like the BJP can ever produce the kind of federated, state-rooted political leadership that South Indian voters actually trust. Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Telangana, Karnataka, the pattern holds everywhere. Delhi always reaches for the alliance lever at precisely the moment when a regional leader needs space for himself to find his or her footings. BJP's South India dream was not lost in a ballot box. It was lost in a series of conference rooms in Delhi, where a managing partner were considered more valuable than trusting builders. Whether Annamalai's resignation is kept accepted tomorrow or quietly filed away, that calculation is already done in its damage. That's all for today's bottom line. We'll meet again to discuss other sub-chapter, some other thing. Watch this video tonight, subscribe to it, share it with those who follow Indian politics closely, and write your comments, good or bad, sharp or measured. I will read every one of them. Thank you. Jai Hind.